visionary, epic, thrilling. These are just some of the words that are in the dictionary. But one word that's not in the dictionary is craptastrophe, which is the only word that can accurately describe the movie Dune World. Yes, folks, it's true. Not many people know that after Dune Part 1 took the world by storm in 2021, there was another Dune movie that came out the same year called Dune World. And guys, I gotta be frank with you. In fact, I'm gonna be so frank, my last name might as well be Herbert. This movie is bad. People like to use hyperbole and throw around the phrase worst movie ever a lot, but when I see audience reviews for this movie and people say it's the worst movie ever made, I really believe they think it is the worst movie ever made. I'm not sure how they got away with making an adaptation of Dune, like in terms of copyright. Like, I don't know if they had the rights to use the Dune IP or they skirted around the legality of it by calling it Dune World, and I assume they had this discussion amongst themselves because if you watch this movie on Tubi, it's actually called Sand World, even though on IMDb and on the movie poster, it's called Dune World. Now, before I trash this movie and tell you all the negatives, let's cover the positives. Positive number one, the poster for this movie is actually really cool. I'd even go so far as to say it's cooler than most movie posters. Positive number two, the name of this movie's producer is Ron Bonk, and that is an amazing name. And that's all the positives. Let's get into the negatives, which are the entire movie itself. By the way, just a quick warning, this movie has a lot of flashing lights, which are gonna be in some of the clips that I show. So if you have a history of epilepsy, you should probably watch something else. If you don't have a history of epilepsy, you will after watching this video. With all that out of the way, let's get into the movie. Buckle up, people. This world just got a lot more Dune-y. So the movie wastes no time jumping right into sequences that waste your time. The opening credits are stretched out way too long, and I don't just mean in terms of time, I mean the credits are literally visually stretched out way too long. The movie starts with a bunch of bizarre visions that we're not supposed to understand yet, and then we see a space pilot startled awake. So here's where one of the weirdest things about this movie first pops up. In one of the first lines of dialogue before almost anything else happens, we learn that in this future society, marriages are made up of 2 men and 2 women.
I guess I'm just an old-fashioned girl, Condor. I just think a marriage is between 2 men and 2 women.
This has basically no bearing on the plot, but it's referenced repeatedly throughout the movie. Kinda just seems like the filmmakers shoving some pro-polygamy agenda into this movie. So there are 5 crew members on the ship: Babylon, or Babs, Condor, Kid, Chaffee, and an android named Link. The crew is on a mission to repair mining equipment left by a previous crew on a desert planet called Caliban. Babs is married to Kid and Chaffee, and the 4th member of their marriage, a woman named Raven, died years ago on another repair mission. And just in case them being on a spaceship doesn't make it clear that they're astronauts, Condor is wearing a NASA jacket, and Babylon and Kid are wearing jackets with the word astronaut stitched onto them, you know, just in case they all forget who each other is. Chaffee apparently isn't an astronaut, but rather a member of the Air Force, and he's not just from any Air Force, he's from Air Force One. Why is a member of the president's personal Air Force on a space mission? I don't know if he just like got onto the wrong ship and didn't realize before it was too late. Meanwhile, the president's sitting on his plane like, where the f is our pilot? The mining equipment on Caliban was set up to collect a valuable mineral called dysprosium, which is this movie's version of spice in Dune. As the crew flies towards their destination, they're suddenly hit by a mysterious blast of energy from the surface of planet Caliban. And we get treated to some truly amazing turbulence acting.
Somebody messing with us down there?
Negative, crew member Condor. There are no human life forms registered on Caliban.
Did you hit your head?
I don't think so.
Oh, looks like they were blown to smithereens. I guess that's the end of the movie. No, the ship doesn't explode. What seems to have happened here is that they used an explosion VFX shot, but they forgot to remove the black background, so it looks like this, when it should look more like this. And then we get some more turbulence acting.
Are you okay?
You know, I can't fault the actors too much for this because you'll notice that the camera isn't shaking in a way that simulates turbulence. Like, I know this movie has a small budget, but you can shake the camera. You're making the actors look worse by just having them flail around. Link looks like he's dancing. You know, there's those videos where they take footage from old Star Trek episodes and they stabilize them to remove the shaky cam effect. And you can see in those how goofy actors look when they're pretending to experience turbulence. So the director of this movie kind of did the actors dirty here.
Have you checked on her husband?
Oh no. Chaffee, are you there?
I'm good, Babylon.
The engines are gone. Get ready to tuck and roll.
That didn't look like a very rocky landing. I've had airplane landings rougher than this. Also, I've gotta admit, this VFX shot, pretty decent. It's like something you'd see on the Sci-Fi Channel. Babylon starts having these strange visions of her running down a corridor, Link, a mysterious cloaked figure, and her dead wife Raven.
Listen to him, Babylon.
Hey, whoa, you alright?
Link, status update.
Caliban had its origins in the Edgeworth Bell.
Something freaking useful, Link.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Everyone okay?
Oh, husbands.
Link informs the crew that there's a nearby station of unknown origins.
There is a nearby station, designated A-119.
So the crew discusses the possibility of venturing out to this mysterious station to see if it might have spare parts to repair their ship.
Let's figure out a plan of action.
What are you doing?
Starting new mining drones while we're gone. If we get back with a hull full of dysprosium, we'll all be able to retire and clone a bunch of kids.
What? Why does he want to clone a bunch of kids? The movie never elaborates on this, so I don't know if cloning kids is just like how childbirth works in this universe, or if this dude just has some weird desire to clone a bunch of kids. Yeah, if we mine a bunch of dysprosium, we can get rich and clone a bunch of kids. Why do you want to clone a bunch of kids? Because then there's no limit to the amount of kids I could have. Right, but why do you want to do that? Because then I could have more kids than anybody. Yeah, I'm still not following. Babs pulls Kid aside to tell him something in secret.
I need to ask you about something strange that happened.
Go on.
I've been having visions.
Visions of what?
Cloaked figures, masked figures, and Link.
Babylon tries not to let Link overhear that she's been having strange visions of him, which is difficult because he's standing right behind her.
If you have something to say about me, why don't you say it to my face, bitch?
It's not clear exactly what's happening in this scene because while this secret conversation is happening, Condor keeps looking over at the two of them talking, and I can't tell if he's like supposed to be able to hear it. I don't know if they're like in the same room. Like Babs and Kid just walked over to a corner of the room and started having a secret conversation. I've been having these weird visions lately, and I think that hey, stop listening. We're in the secrets corner. You're not allowed to listen. Cover your ears. Thank you.
So this dysprosium stuff's a real deal, huh?
Well, if you mean dysprosium can be used as an energy source for all types of engines, yeah.
I wouldn't know about that. I'm just a space jockey. You're the rock guy.
You just asked him what it is and then dismissed his answer. So this stuff is the real deal, huh? Well, it's fuel for engines, yeah. Whoa, slow down, nerd. I'm just a NASA astronaut. I don't know about engines and fuel. Also, why is he the rock guy if he's in the Air Force? Yeah, I'm in the Air Force, so I travel through space where there's no air, and my specialty is the ground. So they decide to head out and find the mysterious station. This is where we get the first of many long, drawn-out walking sequences. And what bothers me is not just that the walking sequences are too long, but also that the footstep sound effects they use are kind of like wet and mushy sounding. I mean, they're supposed to be on a dry, arid desert planet, and it sounds like they're walking through a giant bowl of oatmeal. Little do they know that as they make their way across the landscape, a mysterious cloaked figure is watching them. Then we get another vision of Raven, more mushy footsteps. It's not just me, right? Those footsteps sound mushy. Eventually, the crew comes across a human skeleton on the ground.
So we're not the first humans on Caliban.
The mission launched 20 Earth years ago. The mission was to set up automation to begin mining dysprosium.
Chaffee picks up a device that was used to run the old mining drones, and he accidentally activates it, causing a loud noise.
Well, damn!
The hell was that?
It's coming from the ground, not the sky. Run!
Ah! It's a baby bird? Oh man, that's the sandworm? I don't know how this can be so close to the sandworm that's on the poster and yet so far.
Run!
Well, that's the sound effect they used.
Chaffee, no!
Toast that bastard!
Now, I get that this is a low budget production, but they could have put some music behind this scene to make it a little more exciting. The crew realizes that their guns are no match for the sandworm.
Acting captain, we gotta go!
So they turn around and, well, I wouldn't say run away, but they walk away in a hurry. That seems reasonable when you're trying to escape a monster that just ate your crewmate. Oh my God, we gotta get out of here! It looks a little disappointed that they're leaving. Maybe eating people is just like how sandworms try to play with you. And then they're like, hey, where are you guys going? I'm sure the sandworms understand. Or should I say the sandworms understand? I don't get it.
It must have been attracted to the sound. I didn't see any eyes on that thing, did you?
I only saw teeth.
Really? Because I saw 2 giant eyes and 0 teeth. It had a beak, for God's sake. You ever seen an animal that had a beak and teeth, bro?
It must have been sonar.
What, you're a zoologist now?
I'm being logical, Condor. Try it sometime.
I got this far on instinct, gearhead.
You became a spaceship pilot on instinct? No wonder the f***ing ship crashed. So they continue on their journey. We get more shots of them walking and not talking. They walk past the smoking section of the planet. Then Link's internal machinery starts making a bunch of noise.
Where did that come from? It's that damn android.
And then, not even 5 minutes after the first sandworm attack, we get a second one. And we get music this time.
Burn its ass.
Think we got it?
Its ass wasn't totally on fire, so I don't think we got it.
So I'm not sure if there's supposed to be 1 sandworm or 2 sandworms in this scene. It shows a sandworm facing one direction and then a sandworm facing the other direction. And see, the thing is, as the movie went on, I realized it does this thing where it flips the video horizontally for like dramatic effect. So I think it's supposed to be 1 sandworm in this scene.
Do you have a new lock on A119?
Are you really gonna trust his ass?
Apparently this guy says the word ass a lot when his adrenaline gets pumping.
Burn its ass! Its ass wasn't totally on fire. Are you really gonna trust his ass?
All right, asses, let's get the ass out of here before we become ass meat like that mother asser.
It's the only way.
Link tells them they've arrived at the base A119 that they've been searching for.
We have arrived.
They look around to see where it is, and then they notice a hatch on the ground that leads to the underground station. And this must be the point during filming where they used up the entire $50 budget for this movie, because the hatch covering the opening to the base is, no joke, a trash can lid. How did we go from that CG shot of the spaceship crash landing to a trash can lid? So then they open the hatch and go into the underground station. We finally get a break from the tedious outdoor walking and get to enjoy some tedious indoor walking instead. And even though they're walking on solid cement now, their footsteps are still mushy. This is the longest walking sequence in this movie so far. They walk silently through the station for a full 1 minute and 14 seconds. Nothing but their mushy footsteps echoing off the walls until finally the silence is broken by the creakiest door of all time. Can someone get this door some WD-40,000?
I feel like there might be some answers here somewhere.
You can make something out of this crap. You're a better engineer than I am.
I like that he's so mystified by this like fairly standard equipment. He's a spaceship pilot. Shouldn't he know what this stuff is? I would think spaceship controls are more advanced. Are his controls on the spaceship just like 2 buttons? So they go over to the computer and this weird Oracle guy pops up on screen.
This is Oracle. I have thrown the 3 coins 6 times. I have read the upper and lower trigrams.
This reminds me of old adventure games like Myst, where you would find these FMVs with cryptic messages.
Alright, you two figure this out. I don't want to be down in a hole with nobody watching the only way in.
You do that then.
Nobody cares that I'm leaving?
A lame man is able to tread, but he treads on the tail of a tiger. The tiger bites the man, and thus is the reading of the Book of Changes.
I think these cryptic messages are the movie's attempt to be deep and mysterious, but they kind of just sound like dumb nonsense. The tiger bites the man, and the man says, "Please stop biting me, that hurts." The man bites the tiger back, and the tiger and the man finally understand each other, and they become friends. And then the tiger gets hungry and eats the man anyway, and thus is the reading of the Book of Dumbass Stories. Meanwhile, Condor is standing watch outside.
Now that's more like it. It's one thing to shoot a giant worm with teeth. It's another to shoot a guy in a mask with a bathrobe.
First of all, that sandworm didn't have teeth. Second, that's how you respond to seeing another human being for the first time on this planet? You don't even know who he is or what he's trying to do yet. Greetings, stranger. I can help you get off this planet. All you have to do—
yeah, that's more like it.
Wait, what are you doing? Die, you helpful bastard! I like that he just calmly gives up and turns around when he sees that this person is impervious to his gunshots. Forget it. You're invincible. Wait, that's the same scream sound effect from earlier. Is that the sound everyone in this universe makes when they feel pain? Oh man, I got a hangnail. What is happening? Is this like an in memoriam for the guy that just died? I didn't edit that. They actually looped the same screaming sound effect over and over on top of itself. Meanwhile, Babylon and Kid get off the computer and decide to go explore the base.
Hey, there's something up here. Let's check it out. Jackpot.
Oh, jackpot! This is everything we need! Hose, dirty ball, we'll be flying again in no time.
This, little buddy, is our ticket back to the spaceways.
That is trash. You are in a giant trash can, and that is trash. Seriously, what is this stuff? This looks like the hose to a vacuum cleaner. Good news, guys. I can't repair the ship, but I can repair our vacuum cleaner. This planet may be deadly, but it doesn't have to be dirty. He vacuums up all the sand on the planet. For some reason, the device Kid is holding starts making the calling all sandworms noise that we heard earlier. I wonder what's gonna happen this time. Run! Yeah, hey bud, I don't know if you've noticed, but running doesn't seem to be in your crew's skill set. Walk away quickly!
Run! Run! No! Ah! Let's go, Link!
Activating Protocol 9.
Link!
Activating Protocol 9.
Protocol 9 activated.
Link?
No. Babs, it's me. It's Kid.
Kid? How?
Before we left Mars, I uploaded a copy of my brainwaves into a personality circuit in Link. Then I slaved that circuit into my biorhythm monitor so it would only kick in if I died.
What? So Kid backed up his consciousness in case he died? If that's possible in this universe, why doesn't everyone do that? So Babylon and Robo Kid go back to the computer to see if they can make more sense of stuff with Kid's new android abilities.
When people with poor wisdom tread among sleeping tigers, they shall meet with disaster.
Can you change the channel on that thing?
Can you change the channel? I've already seen this episode of Crazy White Man.
My husband, my wife.
Raven?
Don't try to leave Caliban.
Kid, that can't be Raven.
My logic circuits are not registering.
I want to start saying that anytime I'm confused about something. My logic circuits are not registering? Miss Brown, may I be excused from class? My logic circuits are not registering.
Kid! Kid, no! Kid! Kid, no!
I can feel the circuits fading.
No!
Let me tell you something. I downloaded my consciousness into Link, but I also downloaded my consciousness into a probe on the ship.
How many devices did he download his consciousness into? Like Babs goes home later and Kid downloaded his consciousness into her TV. Babs, it's me, Kid. Kid? I downloaded my consciousness into your TV. Oh, okay, that's cool. Could you pull up Netflix? No, my consciousness has replaced your TV's normal functions. So I can't watch my shows? No, but I can act them out for you. What do you want to watch? Stranger Things? Okay. Come on, guys. Let's hop on our bikes and get out of here. Oh no, it's the Demigorgon.
Ah, I'm gonna get you, kids.
Kid, that's okay. I think I'll read a book instead. You don't like my acting? How is that possible? My logic circuits are not registering.
Perhaps there are other human beings out here beyond human knowledge. I'm going to know them. One day you may know them too.
Oh no, he died. Oh, he's alive. Oh, he died again.
I don't know how to kill you or if you can even die, but I have to try, don't I?
Oh, nice of her to ask permission.
You're the original crew, aren't you? What happened to you?
Dune, Dune, Dune World.
What did they do to you, Condor?
What if when he talked, he only made those screaming sounds now?
The minerals we're mining. It's in the air. It gets in your brain. It works on your brain. We're evolving. And it's beautiful.
He's not a very good hype man for these minerals.
It's beautiful.
No! Goodbye! You were a good pilot, Condor, despite the rest of it.
Either Condor is impervious to gunshots, or that was the worst death scene of all time. Then we get a very dramatic running scene, which means time to go all out on the video flipping effect. Is she going left or right? Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, backwards, forwards, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And this is where we get a big twist.
The simulation's over.
What?
The simulation's over.
What are you saying?
The simulation's over.
The simulation's over.
Do not try to leave Caliban.
No!
We must embrace the world that we are making together.
No!
Link reveals to Babylon that she and the rest of the crew have been in a simulation mandated by the government.
The Pangea Super God required your crew to simulate the mission first for viability.
So it was a simulation the whole time? That's kind of a lame twist. This is a pet peeve of mine, but I hate when a movie ends and the twist is that it was all fake. The worst is when it ends with a "it was all in their head" type of twist. Like there's this whole big dramatic story and then it finally gets to the ending.
We did it, Johnson. We saved the universe.
Yeah, that would be cool if that happened.
Good thing we ran that simulation. Husbands!
How'd you guys do? In my simulation, the engines kept conking out and we never even made it to the planet.
In my simulation, the mining drones hadn't gotten far enough into the terraforming to sustain us.
Yeah, in my simulation, you guys all tried to kill me? So, like, what is that all about?
How about you, Babs?
The planet was hostile. We didn't make it.
What's the point of these simulations if they're all completely different? In my simulation, I went to a planet made of cheese that was ruled by a race of rat people with telekinetic abilities. I had to fight and defeat the Rat King, and then I married the Rat Queen, and then we had little rat babies together. I miss my little rat babies.
Where's Condor?
Who's Condor?
Seems like your simulation was a little rough.
Yeah, hey, don't worry about it. The important thing is that we're all together.
What else would we be? After Raven, now more than ever.
Thank you, Link. Link, is this real?
Is that a question?
No.
No? You don't care? I guess it doesn't matter if this is reality or not.
My husband, my wife, we can all be together once more.
So I'm not totally clear on what the implication is here. I think Link is supposed to be Raven, and Babs' current experience is like a fake reality that's being psychically implanted into her brain by these cloaked figures, and you know what, who cares? The movie isn't good enough to get an actual film analysis. You know what would have been a good twist? If it turned out the movie was actually good. I was kind of hoping we'd get like a "where are they now" epilogue at the end, but unfortunately that didn't happen, so I took it upon myself to make one. that's the movie. I think I'll rate it 1 spouse out of 4. I mean, dude, there's a place for low budget movies, but if you have a really, really low budget, maybe don't make a sci-fi movie, or just don't make movies at all. Now, some of you might be saying, oh yeah, well, your YouTube videos are low budget. Stupid. Well, for your information, my YouTube videos have a high budget. See that lamp back there? I paid $3 million for that. Who's stupid now? Well, guys, if you like this video, hit the like button and leave a comment. It helps the video out in the algorithm. And also hit that subscribe button to join the clubhouse. It's the coolest clubhouse for the coolest people. So until next time, stay cool and remember,